All right, hello. We have made a watercolor wash background, and then we've painted some long strips of paper using some different watercolor techniques, and now we're going to take these and turn them into some stylized, like evergreen trees to make a winter scene. So in order to do that, there are some triangle tracers, so I could trace the triangles. I got 3 different sizes so that when I put them together there's some variation. Most of you have 3 strips of paper, but you might only have 2, and if you're careful about it, so if I line this one up there and this one up here, I can actually get 2 different triangles out of the same piece of paper. It might be a little bit difficult to see. We're going to use metallic markers, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to move that up just a little bit so that I can make a line down at the bottom. Of course, you could also just draw your own triangle. You do not need to use the tracer. So for this one, I'll just go ahead and draw the triangle. If it's not a perfect triangle, that doesn't matter. And it's just a triangle, like I said, a very stylized tree. And then here's some examples of ways that you could kind of decorate that tree. So this one kind of looks like fish or mermaid scales. This one is nice, has some swirls in it. You could just make it polka dotted, any idea that you have, and you're just going to decorate inside the triangle. So I could put stripes on here. Does not need to be one of the examples. I had already kind of painted stripes, and so this kind of divides my tree up into the different colored sections that I had painted. And then from there I could decide maybe I want to do some zigzags inside of those. And I think I'll just do every other one. So we're just putting patterns, decorations. You could make it look like it was a decorated tree, that would be fine. And then we're gonna cut those out and glue them down. You usually wanna make all 3 trees first and then cut them out and glue them down. So I'm going to do this second one pretty quickly. Actually, I can show you how to glue down some other ones that I already had. So this is a nice big tree, so this one's probably going to stand out a lot. I'm being careful not to get my Sharpie on the table, but I am going to go right along the bottom. And this one, I think I like the swirls for that. So I would just start making these lines and then keep building onto them. And onto them I can have big swirls and little swirls, and when I get to the edge of the triangle I'll just stop. Make that one come in. Let's just keep going until your whole tree is filled up. So pretend that I got that one done. I would do a third one right here. I could even make another small tree here if I wanted to. So doesn't have to be 3 trees, that's the example, but you could have 5 trees or 2 trees. All right. To cut them out and glue them down, I want to try to make it so I can still see that silver line. If not, after I glue it down, I could put that silver line back on there. So it's not a big deal if I accidentally cut part of it off. Like that. I'm going to cut the second one out. And before I add any glue, I'm going to figure out where do these look good on my paper. So if I put a big tree on top of a small tree, I'm not really going to be able to see it unless I'm careful about where I place them. So I have my cool colored background, so if I put it like that, obviously I wouldn't be able to see it anymore. So I want to figure out, I could put this tree way back here and it would look like it was way back in the background since it's smaller and further up on the page, or I could just layer them on top, deciding how I think they look the best. So layering, I'll cut one more out. You would finish decorating yours first, but for the sake of the demonstration, just going to make sure we all know how to glue these down so that our edges don't pop up, because that's a common problem when we use our glue sticks, is that the edges or the points would start to pop up, which we don't want. All right, I got to figure out where do I want that one. I think I want it to be more in the middle, maybe. So playing with your arrangements until you come up with something that you like. And then the bottom one needs to get glued down first. So I'm going to put my glue stick along the edges. So making sure I start at a corner, get it right along the edge. You can see, it's nice when we have purple glue because you can see where you put it, and so I see I missed that little tip. So edges are the most important, and then I can go ahead and just make a cross with a few lines and line it up. And you need to get it glued down right away, and if I flip my paper over and really rub on it, I'm pushing pretty hard. I'm not banging, that won't make it stick. So just rubbing pretty hard for each one that I glue down, and then it's nice and attached to the paper. And I would just do the same with the second one, glue around the edges, and glue the third one down, and that would be it. All right, the end.